guys! So today I wanted to do something totally different that I have never done on my channel, and it is hair related. Woo! I know I am a hairstylist, I do work in a salon, and I do these sort of styles on clients, but I have yet to do anything hair related on my channel. So I figured Valentine's Day is this weekend, may or may not be posting this on Valentine's Day, so if I do, then a happy Lover's Day. If you don't have a lover, who cares? Dress up and be cute, have fun with your friends. So today I did want to post this hair tutorial before or on Valentine's Day, so you maybe had some inspiration to maybe play with your hair a little bit more. I did have my hair kind of like this in a makeup tutorial back in like the holiday season, and I had a few people that requested a tutorial doing this sort of braiding look, and so I figured now's a better time than any. It's a new year, and let's see if hair goes over well on my channel. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you maybe learn something. If you don't already know how to do kind of basic braiding, this may be a little complicated for you. If you need me to do just kind of a standard braid tutorial, let me know. If you have any other braid type looks or just hairstyles in general you'd like to see me try to recreate on my channel, then also put that below. And if you like these kinds of videos, definitely thumbs up so that I know that I should try to do a little bit more hair on this instead of just makeup, because I love all things beauty and fashion and music, and yeah. So I am down to start broadening the range that I got going on my channel. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And also, if you do recreate this look, please don't forget to tag me, because I would love to see how it turns out. I know everyone's hair is different, the thickness, the colors. You can see the details in the colors kind of coming through. So that looks really cool in the braid. So it's not just all solid one color. So anyway, if you want to see how I do this little braid guy, loose, romantic, soft, messy braid, face framing braid, then keep watching. Alright you guys, so this is, keep in mind, my first that I'm filming of a hair video, so could get interesting. First of all, this is just my natural wave. I mean, I even have kind of a kink in it because I had it pulled back in a ponytail earlier. So I am gonna just go in and brush it so that it is smooth. And this is my natural part. I have crazy calyx, so whatever your natural part is probably best. That way you're not struggling too hard. Although I do think that a side part, if possible, is the best. So whichever side your side will part at. Like I said, this is mine naturally, but to start out, I like to kind of take it right even deeper than where my side would go, basically. And also a rat tail comb is definitely best for this, just because it's easy to really get a nice slice. So you can kind of see that. Hopefully the lighting's good too, so you can see all this. First too, I'm going to spray. This is my favorite hairspray. Sebastian ReShaper. I've tried many of hairsprays in my day, and this one has still been my favorite. So I'm just gonna spray it a little bit, just to kind of give it some grip, I guess, is my reasoning behind it. And I apologize if I'm looking down a lot in this video. I'm trying to like figure out what the best way for you guys to see everything is. Okay, so with that newer area where you parted, I take just a very small section, so basically almost to where it would be my regular side part, whatever I'm taking extra, which is about, I'd say, a ½ inch. And don't worry about all these stragglies, they're really sad, and they're not going to be joining us today. And I'm not really doing anything with the side, so I'll just kind of keep that out of the way for now. But basically, if hopefully everyone knows how to normal braid at least, so you want to take 3 parts, so 1, 2, 3. And this is all, I feel like, the biggest skill or the biggest thing about figuring out the skill of braiding is kind of learning how to juggle your fingers, because your fingers are going to be doing some crazy things, and that's why I'm hoping that this is even something that will translate through the video, because yeah, we'll see. Okay, so the 3, I like to, so here it is if you're just taking 3 regular, and then you want to take the top one, or I mean one from the side, and put it over. So this braid is going to be all about bringing things over, and so you take that, bring that one over to the center, and then bring the other side one and bring it into the center as well. And all of this braid also, it's very important that you bring it forward. You're not want to bring it to the side too much, or that's just gonna end up pulling it all to the side, which if that's what you want, then cool. But this particular braid, I like to bring it as far forward as possible. So basically we just brought that one from this side into the center, and I'm gonna take one from the bottom, just a small little section, and again I'm gonna take that and join it in with that one that I brought from the center. So a lot of it is just taking the side parts and bringing them to the middle, and then you'll take a part from that side and add it to that middle, if that makes sense. So just did that. Now this one is the one from the farthest, right? So that one you're going to, again, bring to the middle, kind of hold on to all of these, keep them separated, and you take another part from that same side, and you're going to join it in with that center braid. So see how I just joined in with that one? Now this one is on the outside of the 3, and you're going to bring that to the center, and again take one from that same side and add it to the middle. Got it? Okay, let's keep going. So this one's now on the farthest, so I'm going to take that, put it above, and add it to the center of the 3, and take one from its side and join it to the middle with it. Got it? I hope the lighting is really good, because that's gonna suck. Alright, so then, now this one is from the very side, if you can see, out of the 3. So I'm going to put it to the middle, grab one from that side into the bottom, and I'm going to then take it and add it to the middle with that one. And now this one is the farthest again now on that side, and we're taking that to the middle. This is hopefully starting to get repetitive, and you're kind of seeing the pattern. So I brought that to the middle, and then it will start getting easier once you're seeing it, especially once we get away from the part of the hair. It starts to get easier too, because it's kind of finer. At least for me, it's a lot finer near my part, and especially where I'm trying to over direct my part. So as soon as you start to get into the more hair down here, it'll become a lot easier. So where were we? So it looks like I just grabbed more from that side and added it to the middle with it. So now I'm going to take the one that's farthest again, add it to the middle, and take one from that side. And add it in. So then this one's going to be the farthest, so I'm taking that to the middle. And I would speed this up, but I kind of feel like this is all about trying to make sure you're, you know, getting the hang of it. So I guess I'll just walk through every step. So I just joined that one, and then I'll take that farthest side one again and take another part. And you will eventually, if you can see, I'm basically totally away from my head at this point. I've just been continuing it down. So once you get to this, this side being the inner, bringing it into the center, you're going to be grabbing from underneath and getting it from the hairline just as close as possible. So you don't want to go too far in from this side's ones that you're bringing in. Just kind of stay right by the hairline to over direct it. So I'm taking it from the bottom hairline and joining it in with that side. So now this one's the farthest one, so I'm taking that into the center as well, and I will be taking it from there and putting it with it in the center. Now this side, right, is going to go into the middle, and then take it from the bottom in the hairline and add it to the middle with it. And now this side. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little tricky. Don't mind these baby hairs. They're kind of ridiculous right now. We will get that later with hairspray, so just try to ignore that. But now that we're totally directing it to the middle, we're going to start kind of moving it back towards the head. So we just took that from the middle, and I'm gonna add one from this side and put it into the middle with it. And I'm now gonna kind of take it and push it towards closer into my head rather than pulling it this way. So now I'll take that, and pretty much that's when you get to right below the eyebrows, I would say. That's when you want us to start curving back towards the head rather than over directing it so much. Hopefully I didn't lose my spot. Okay. So we just took that from here. So now this is there. Out of the three, this is the farthest. So now that is gonna go into the middle, and we're taking one from, you know, the hairline on that side and bringing it around, and we're gonna join it with that middle one. And again, keep it here. Try not to bring it too far in to your ear, but just not as much over your eye like we were before, because this is where it's gonna curve to your head, okay? So we just did that. So now we're going to, oh, I haven't brought it yet, sorry. So I'm bringing a piece. Oh yeah, I did, I see it. Okay, so that's already there. So now this is going to the center again. And we're going to bring a part from that side and add it to the middle. Hopefully you're starting to kind of see it look a little more decent, maybe. Okay, so now this is the farthest to the side. So put that to the center and grab a piece. Okay, so now we're at the point where I don't really like to have too much of my ear showing, so I'll maybe leave this piece down and I'll grab from right above that. So right there I'll grab. So it's right above all this. But that's all, I mean, that's preference. So I'm bringing that all the way over to join the middle part, the middle braid section. Now I'll take the other side again and bring it to the center. And this usually goes a lot faster, by the way. Since I'm like explaining and all that, I kind of get slow because I'm trying to keep track of what I'm doing. So I'm bringing that to the center to join that side that we just did. Try not to lose it. Okay. Now, bring this farthest one, bring it to the center. And then again, I'm leaving these down to cover my ear a little bit. And then bring one more, I'd say, from this side, because we're getting kind of close to the edge now. But I will add another one. And again, we're still directing it back now. So see how it kind of has a curve a little bit, and we'll also exaggerate that a little bit more soon enough. But for now, we're still curving it back again. So that I just grabbed and brought to the center. So now this one's the farthest. So that will go in the middle of the three. And we'll take one more for this side too. So I'm bringing it, and I'm also, if you can tell, sorry, I like to grab from underneath so that this hair on top, I can kind of fluff and move over it. Does that make sense? So I've been kind of taking from underneath the pieces from all of these. So I don't really take too much more other than this. So if it helps you, take like 3 inches from your hairline and part that off so you know not to grab any of the back parts. Because I like to kind of, I mean, if you want to do it like I do, I guess, so whatever, you can do what you want. But yeah, so you can see this can kind of go over it. So now I'm taking that one from underneath and adding it to that last center one. Okay, so now that I'm done with the French braiding part, I am going to take it and just kind of continue the braid now. So just bringing, ignore that, bringing the end parts and putting it in the center from the top of the parting. So look there, this will go in the middle, this will go in the middle, 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 and so on and so forth. Okay. Now that you've got a good little amount going, just use a small hair tie. I usually like to use the small little rubber bands, but this was the quickest thing I could find just now, so okay. So it will look something like this. So if I pulled it back, you can see it's not perfect, but it's kind of got like a zigzagged, no farther than a few inches from my hairline, right? And it's a little tight right now. I mean, it's not tight, but it does kind of, it doesn't have any really cool looseness going on right now. So what I do first is I kind of bring the hair tie down just a tiny bit so that it gives me room to start loosening everything up. So first though too, I'm going to take some hairspray and spray all the braid in. Okay. Now I'm going to basically just start spreading them. You really just want to loosely take, like, if you look at a braid closely, I guess, if you grab the sides of one and the sides of another and just stretch it, it gives it a really nice looser, not too strict and, you know, tight look. So that's exactly where I want to look. And if you can see with the French braiding part of the braids, it also has those little areas that you can see that you can pull. So that is what we're going to be loosening up. So once I kind of loosen up this braid part, we're going to go back and loosen it again, because once we go in and loosen these up, it'll tighten that again a little bit, but we just, if we loosen it all up here first, it will just get super tight and won't have enough to give, basically. So now I'm going to start with the top one, and I'm going to I kind of like to hold these in place, and I'll grab just that part that is where that strand began, basically. So I'm going to pull that in or out. And then I'll take that same from the other side. And this one already kind of goes out a little bit because of my hairline, so I'm going to leave that one for now. And I'm going to take that top one and loosen that. It also kind of helps if you take the opposite one. So this is the same hair, so you can take those and kind of let them give themselves some messiness. And then these ones kind of take and down here. So you can kind of feel when it's going to give you the ability to stretch them. So if it's not letting you, try not to force it too much, because as you can see, this one's totally allowing it. And then this one is a little tight. So you can see down here is where it's coming from. So take that one and try to loosen that one first. And like I said, it kind of helps to hold these down because down here is where all this is coming from. So you don't want it to pull it all out completely. Then we just did all that for nothing. Okay, so stretch. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see maybe the details hopefully better. Now this should have more room to stretch, so you can see it's kind of pulling from over there. Okay, so now that we're stretching it, you can see this is kind of like sticking out because it's starting to pull from down here. So now we want to take this and kind of loosen it a little bit more and pull these again. Sorry, my mirror is like over here and the viewer's over here, so I'm making sure I'm in the shot since it's my first time doing hair on here. And so if it looks like I'm kind of looking everywhere but the camera, sorry. I just want to make sure that you can actually see what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's loosening again. Okay. Now I'm going back up and I'm going to loosen some more. So there, I feel like. And I like to pull it kind of over my face a little bit too. I just like the look of that. It adds to the messiness and like, so see how it's kind of coming down a little bit? So I'm going to take from that top one, pull it down. So this is the point. I mean, you can basically tell it's just kind of working with how you like it to look, you know? Not everyone's is gonna look the same, and really mine never looks the same every time too. It's just kind of however your hair lets you do that day, you know? But the good thing is that it doesn't have, your hair doesn't have to be perfectly like done. That's the cool part, is then it looks kind of disheveled. At least that's my favorite part of it. And try not to grab the parts that are on the side of the braids. Those are the pieces that you took from over here, and you don't want to mess with those because then that's gonna just pull out the entire braid. So you want to stick to these little pieces all along the actual braid. Hopefully that makes sense and you don't mess it up because it can get pretty frustrating. It does take practice. Braiding can get really annoying because of all the little tiny pieces you're having to deal with, especially when you're trying to get them like this. Okay, I'm kind of liking where it's going right now, so I'm going to spray it some more. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of these baby hairs and try to tuck them in a bit. Because I don't think baby hairs are so cute. Alright, how are you feeling about this? You're kind of getting an idea. Now you're getting that shape. See how it's kind of almost like that side bang curve, and then it goes into the braid, and all of this is separated. Didn't really touch that. That's still just out. So you can kind of mess it up, and it gives that nice face framing look. And again, you can come down and loosen these up some more if you did want to keep it down like this, which is cute. Sure, why not? But just for some other ideas. And sometimes I will take it and do the same thing basically on this side. And I think I did have a video where I basically did this, and then this side I did have braided all back. So it's like a one-sided thing. And then I did this, which I will show you soon, But for today, I'm just gonna leave it just because I don't want to overwhelm you with too many braids. But you basically do the exact same thing over here. But another thing that you can do with just the one side, I like to do, is since we have all of this to cover it, I will take this and kind of put it under, like I'll lift all of this top area and leave all of this down. And I'll just tuck it. And about halfway to the back of my head, I'll take a bobby pin and pin it into place. So now it's just these. That's why I like to leave these little hairs by my ear, because, and now you can see that look. Okay, and then I feel like I'm getting awkward now because I'm like, see, but you hopefully can get the idea. So if not that, you can also take it and put it over the top of everything. So with the same rat tail comb, or I also have one of those rat tail back combing brushes. But so I would take some of this back hair and do a little back combing. This is if you want to really get a little fancy, I guess. Tame it a little bit, because we're not trying to look like Snooki, right? And now I'll take this and put it all the way back. And then I'll take whatever is from this back area. So like I'll put it over, but then whatever is back here, like right around where the end of the braid is, I'll put it underneath again, because you don't want to see that butt of the braid where the ponytail is. That's just not cute. And then again, I will pin it into place, and then that area kind of covers it. So if you can hopefully see the side, you can see that whole braid and it looks nice, I think. And again, then you can always braid this side and do the same thing, or put it all the way back and maybe curl the hair, and that would look really nice. Romantic look for Valentine's Day maybe. Or you can just kind of put it behind your ear and pull it all to the side. Whatever, you can do whatever you want at this point. The braid was the hard part. Now it's just kind of what you like with your face shape or how your hair works and all that. Pretty much that's all I have to say about this tutorial. I hope it is actually something that you'll be able to really see. I know I always end up getting stuck in a hair rut, and I'm a hairstylist, and I forget about just putting in a braid. It totally changes the whole look. It just, I don't know, I really love the way braids look. I need to remember to do them more. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching, you guys, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It means so much to me. And if you like this video, thumbs it up, because that makes me know that this wasn't totally pointless. Again, I am now just rambling on, so thanks. See you guys next time.